It is a process of capturing the value of your inventory within the operation. And that could be a retail store, a warehouse. There are different types of inventory. What we do first is you want to break down your store into smaller locations rather than trying to count everything in one large location. Later on, that's going to make things difficult to verify. So we break it down into small locations. That could be 4 foot of a gondola, could be 8 feet. It could be isolated displays on a front wall. Whatever the case may be, we'll break those locations down and give them some kind of a location number and location name. The second thing we do once that is all set up is we methodically go through each of the smaller locations in the retail store and count the inventory that's in each location. And so as we're counting, we will associate that inventory to that location. And then we methodically move through each location and we count the inventory, and we kind of move through it left to right, top to bottom. And it's really important that you have, a well-defined process so that when you're getting to verification processes, there's consistency with how a location is counted from one person to another person. Oftentimes, a physical inventory count will require more than one person. Once the count is complete, or at least after the count has started, we want to start verification processes. Typically, this is another person in a larger store. Smaller store, it could be the same person that did the count, but ultimately we want to compare the results, the inventory values in those locations against some type of a book value. And we can also compare it against the count that was performed in that location the last time. So we can evaluate swings within a location, inventory swings within a location. And we utilizing technology can really help you in that verification process and making sure that those errors are getting flagged and dealt with properly. And so technology will typically play a role in the physical inventory count. Not always, sometimes there are pen and paper processes, but a lot of times technology can really bring some value in terms of efficiency and accuracy and removing that human error from the count. So the last step is, how do I get my systems in balance? My inventory that I thought I had isn't matching. How do I bring those results into my system so that I can properly reflect what is actually physically in my store? First of all, it creates accountability. It creates accountability for the store managers and the staff and those that are responsible for managing the inventory. In a retail operation, inventory is a very expensive asset. It's the cornerstone of your business, and if you're not managing it properly, you can lose a lot of money. A physical count can also expose errors in your processes. So when you're looking at the reports and you've got these big swings between tobacco and cigarettes, it may expose an error in terms of how cigarettes are being received by the store manager. They may be putting cigarettes into tobacco and cigars maybe going into cigarettes, or maybe a grocery item they're putting it in snacks when it should actually be in grocery. So just a lack of knowledge or understanding on behalf of the store manager or store staff. It can bring those problems to light and create opportunities for training and development.